Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing well today. So you guys, this reading is getting out a little late. I have a feeling this will not be uploaded until like 10 o'clock tonight, which is Monday, okay? So you should get it at the latest on Tuesday morning. So we're gonna go ahead and just get right into things, you guys, okay? You guys may be seeing some synchronicities. You may be seeing like angel numbers. The ones that I've been seeing today have been 234, 123, 1212, and 1010. Now, I also saw 444. So these numbers could be significant to you, or, you know, this could have something to do with a phone number, a zip code, a license plate, what have you, okay? So if so, this reading is most likely going to be for you. Okay, so let's get into things, you guys. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get some overall energy for the collective? We have blind. Searching for answers. Somebody could be searching for answers or actually blinded to some truth here. You could be wanting to know what it is, like some type of truth from someone. You could be asking them for answers. You may not be able to get these answers from this individual because they don't even know the truth themselves, or if they do know the truth, they do not understand how important this is. This person could be watching you online and lying about it. This person could be, okay, look at this card, you guys. She's wearing angel wings. So this person could like literally be acting like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like they're just a perfect angel. Okay, you're going to know who I'm talking about just by that. You could be asking this perfect angel for answers, knowing they know something and they're not telling you. This could have been going on. This could be like same shit, different week, day, month, year. Something that has been, this is a complete repeated pattern of something that's gone on over a period of time. There's history with you and this person. This could be a family member, a partner, a friend. You may have a love-hate relationship with this person. You may feel like you've been manipulated, successfully manipulated by this individual. Yeah. Whatever has gone on here, you're asking for this person for answers because you've had some type of foresight in regards to these questions. And this person continues to gaslight you. Now, this is the other thing I'm getting. You may be trying to make a decision on whether or not you should cut contact with this individual. And the reason I'm saying that is because you're perhaps trying to figure out how to move forward past something. And you may be asking for clarification from this person, and they have done some repeated behavior over and over again, which I'm assuming is not wanting you to know something. So you could be just trying to decide whether or not you want to have contact with this person. Denial. Somebody could be refusing to give you information. They could be dismissing you, or even contradicting their words. You could feel like this person is just simply not facing reality. And this could be an issue, right? This could be a major issue. Hold on, my lights look weird. 1 second. Oops. All right, I guess that's... All right, so yeah, this person's contradicting something they've said perhaps in the past. You could have actually like called this. You could be like knowing what has gone on, and because you have some type of foresight into the situation. But this is the thing is, I'm getting this person. So before I read these cards, I'm getting that this person doesn't want you to know whatever it is, most likely because they're involved and it's not a good look for them. We have pain and only you for the last two cards that are coming out for this overall energy before we clarify. So this particular person could be really watching you, collective. They could be watching you and only focused on observing something with you. And this person could even be like, well, I'm just so sorry that you're in so much pain, and I really wish that there was something that I could do to help you, or some answers that I could give you, but I'm sorry, I just don't have any for you. Maybe you should consider getting some type of emotional or mental help. So it's just non-stop gaslighting, okay? This person could be dismissing you and putting a wall up, like dismissing and saying, well, you know, I hope that you can find help. I know there's a way out there that you can find help, right? But really, in actuality, if they just gave you the answers to the questions you have, that would be it. They could be gaslighting you and trying to insinuate you have some type of mental issues because you have all this emotional pain, according to this person. I am not making light of this at all. I'm mostly trying to make it very clear that this particular individual does not want to give you the answers that they have. They have the answers to something, and they purposely aren't giving you this information because of how it's going to paint them. It's going to paint them in a light of something deceptive, okay? And this could be really, this could be like excruciating for this person to actually tell you, because this could actually create a problem, like lawfully. They may have done something unlawful in order for them to not give you the answers. Why else would somebody not give you the answers? If they have the answers, especially if this is a family member, like a mother or a father, a brother or sister, someone in your immediate family, like to leave you just hanging and then try to gaslight you and act like, oh, well, maybe you should get some emotional help. This is the thing, is if you go get some type of help, which I fully agree with, if you have some type of issue that you need to work through with, like, say, a counselor, a therapist, so on and so on, okay? This is the thing, is if you go to, I'm not a doctor, and I don't know how this is, if it's like this in every state, but if you go to a professional and you tell them that somebody has done something and aiding something that happened towards you, like let's say this particular person was a part of something. Let's say they were a part of stalking you. We've got that out here watching, right? If you tell a professional this situation, yeah, it's between you and the professional, but if there's something that they find that is not lawful, then they could actually report it to the officials or to the police or whatever, right? Because they are mandatory reporters. So the last thing this individual should be referring you to is somewhere that you tell them that they were involved in something like this, it was illegal or whatever, right? Because a lot of the readings I get out here, you guys, are, quite frankly, the things that are done are illegal. And so if this is like just, you know, in the line of readings that I do where somebody has participated in some type of action against you, going to a professional and telling the professional all these things that they did is really going to not be beneficial for them. However, with Spirit on the bottom, it says guardian angel, divine intervention. You going to a professional may actually aid in the situation getting fixed or getting on the right track of where it needs to go in order to get fixed. This could actually be divine intervention. You may actually find that a professional is a guardian angel. Now, this is the other thing. You are very protected, collective. If we just kind of erase the last paragraph of things that I've said, you are protected. You could have a guardian angel shielding you from this individual, whatever that they've done, okay? This friend, family, partner, boss, what have you, okay? So keep that in mind. Spirit wants you to know that for a fact, okay? That's why that card came out. So let's go ahead and get into this. Does this card go in here? Oh, okay, it does. You have to forgive me, you guys. I was trying to take the label off of something and I used my scissors, my really sharp scissors, and I cut myself. And I was like, what is all over the package as I'm trying to get this label off? And it was, you know, it was bleeding. So yeah. So forgive me. I hope the band-aid doesn't come off, but it's kind of hard to shuffle without it. So we have no strings. I'm not going to take this because I didn't even get a chance to shuffle the cards. But somebody may not want there to be any strings attached to them in a situation. If you guys wouldn't mind, I would love it if you guys could hit the like button to get these messages out to others. It really helps the channel. All right, let's clarify blind, blocked, spams, text, calls. This person could have blocked you. Like, they could have gaslit you about a situation and then blocked you. Or they may not have even blocked you. They could have, like, texted you or emailed you or whatever and been like, well, I really hope that you can just take care. After all the things, like, well, you know, it sounds to me like you are very traumatized by everything. And I'm not making a light of this, you guys, okay? Just understand where I'm coming from. I'm trying to just explain how this is going. So this person could be like, well, whether it's to you or not, they could be using a soft voice and be like, well, I just want you to know that I support your healing, and I'm so sorry that you've been traumatized by all of this. Whenever they're the ones who have participated in this trauma and they know it, it's so disgusting. And you may notice that as this person, like, this could be an older sister, a mother, whatever, that's older than you. And you could realize that as time has gone by, this person has got more and more like this. And you could be like thinking, is this person like sick? And they may even be projecting onto you, right? Trying to tell you you need to get help. And you're just kind of like, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black, right? So again, there could be some type of a message here where this person signed off on the message being like, well, I hope you get the help you get. Take care. And you're just like, so it's like, because I asked a question you don't want to answer, all of a sudden you don't want to have contact with me. And you know, this might be a good thing, right? Because if this person's going to treat you like this, it's totally unacceptable. And you don't deserve that. You have self-love. Come through, Spirit. You could have blocked this person simply because you have self-love. You know yourself. This person could even be mirroring your self-love. You could have even told this person, like, look, I'm going to investigate this situation, so I'm asking you now, I'm giving you an opportunity to let me know if there's been something that you know, right? Because essentially, if they know something and they're not telling you, that's obstruction. That's not only obstruction, but it's morally not okay, right? So, yeah. This, I don't remember what I was going to say about that, but with this self-love card, they could be like pretending like they have self-love and that they love you, even acting blind and then rejecting you. This is Now listen, you guys, I'm not a doctor, but I have done a lot of research and a lot of, I'll be honest, therapy around narcissistic, abuse. I can't say the word, okay? But I've done a lot of this therapy around this because I have, without giving too much information, just to keep things, from, if this person's watching, I just want you guys to know that I have been around this type of situation and been aware of it since I was like 14 years old, and I'm almost 49. So I'm very well aware that this is typical NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder behavior. Okay, and it does get worse with age. Okay, so if this is a mother, a grandmother, whomever, I don't know why, but I'm picking up mother, but I could be wrong. We'll see what happens and what comes out in the reading. It could be a father as well. But so just a little bit about me and my situation, and I won't go too far into it. But since I started realizing these patterns with a specific individual in my family, I actually left home at 16 years old because I couldn't put up with the emotional constant abuse. Okay, and so I didn't understand what NPD was until I got to be like, I don't know, 35 or something like that. And that's when it started becoming more prevalent and out, like societal, sorry y'all. It's become more prevalent. I'll just put it that way, right? And when you get help for these things, you start to realize, oh, this person's been trying to put this on me the whole entire time, and being like, whatever, right? And again, I won't keep going into my situation, but this may be something that you need to look into, okay? And I'll tell you, there are some amazing people on YouTube. There's Dr. Ramani. She is on YouTube, and she talks about NPD, and she gives a lot of situations. She's been interviewed by a lot of different YouTubers, and I highly, highly recommend her. As a matter of fact, I have a friend that came to me and said, ooh, you're dealing with NPD. Not me, but NPD, ABUSC, okay? Sorry. And I was just like, well, what's that? And that was like, 15 years ago. And then I started looking it up, and they were like, check out Dr. Ramani. She's amazing, okay? I hope that she's okay with me plugging her channel, but because she's on YouTube, I'm sure she's probably okay with it. I mean, she's got hundreds of thousands, if not a million followers, okay? So she's amazing, and she's so helpful. There's so many videos, so you don't actually have to go get help from a therapist and pay someone. You can actually research these things on your own behind the scenes, and you can understand more clearly what these tendencies are. And I'll be honest with you guys, these types of tendencies are, it's straight across the board. Every single person that has this disorder acts the same way, does the same things, treats people the same way, okay? And there are different types of narcissists, okay? There's a covert narcissist, a malignant narcissist, there's a communal narcissist. There are all different types of narcissists, right? The communal one is like somebody who goes out and does like community work, and then that way they can turn around and brag about it and be like, yeah, well, I gave all this money to charity, or I did this, I did that within the community, right? Covert narcissism is where somebody does something behind the scenes. They don't tell you what's going on. It's not in your face. It's like deceptive things behind the scenes where they might call people that you know and try to sabotage you in some way. They could try to get you fired from your job. They could try to turn family members against you. There's a whole slew of things, but when it comes down to it, you're going to be shocked if you watch any of her content. You're going to be like, oh my God, I work with somebody like that. Or, oh my goodness, my mother's like this. Or, oh my goodness, my brother's like this, right? And you're going to be like, this whole entire time I've been thinking, because they'll try to literally make you think there's something wrong with you, so they can continue to treat you like that. And this is not something that they're actually putting together in their head. They just truly are sick, okay? It's a mental illness, and it has no cures, Okay, there's no medication for NPD. There's no way to cure it. Essentially, and then what sometimes people will do that are covert narcissists, and that's kind of what I'm picking up here, is they'll go behind the scenes and try to make it sound like there's something wrong with you, so that way, or turn people against you on purpose, so that way when you do need help, because this person's doing whatever they're doing and you find out about it, you'll absolutely have nobody to help you. You'll have no support within your family. You'll have no support. You might notice all of a sudden, like, certain family members are acting weird around you. They could be accusing you of things and you're like, huh? What are you talking about? And they'll be like, oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, actually, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Did something happen? And then, or you could try to warn people about this person, the person that is slandering you, perhaps behind the scenes. And it is slander. It's defamation of character. If somebody's doing this behind the scenes, it doesn't matter if they're your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, it's still illegal and they can still go to jail for it. Okay? So it's really unfortunate that these things transpire. So you could be dealing with a situation like this, and you may actually need to block this person for your self-love, collective. Okay? Please understand this is very serious, and it might feel like you're all alone and that you have nobody, but you'll realize that you actually have a lot of support with other people that have been through something like this before, okay? Now, these cards are flipped over. I know Side Hustle flipped over, but I didn't know this did. Somebody could have been saying this about you to people, that you had a side hustle doing reckless things in the bedroom. You were having a reckless love and sex. And this isn't going to be for everybody. Please understand these are general collective readings. I'm picking up on perhaps 100 energies here from different people in the community. So keep that in mind. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean it's your situation. All right? And I understand if you're celibate like myself, then this doesn't apply to you, okay? This reckless love and sex, okay? But this, whatever's going on here, you could be searching for answers, and this particular person wants you to be not in the know of what's going on. And this could be a pattern that goes on a lot. Clarify deja vu. Wow. So we have fake news or even pregnancy. Somebody could have said you were pregnant in the past and this was fake news. This could have happened in the past. This could be a repeated pattern someone does. They could have even said that you were having reckless love and sex on the side as a side hustle and you got pregnant. I mean, talk about slander. I mean, just because you don't know about it, like let's say you come in my comments and say, well, I've never been pregnant and whatever. Okay, and you know that, right? But these particular energies behind the scenes could actually be saying these things and you don't even know. So just so you know, like this sort of thing is not out of the realm of possibility. We have thug. Huh. Okay, I'm picking up that this particular energy said this was all fake news. They could have said you were a criminal. They could have said there was something wrong with your DNA, that you were pregnant. This is a repeated pattern. What else? Holy Spirit, Holy Angel. They could have wanted you to like seclude yourself from others. This is also what happens with this NPD, ABUSC, okay, is people will say and do things and it will be like so heartbreaking that somebody close to you would do something like this, that it makes you realize, wow, if I can't trust, like say my own family, then who can I trust? Can I, and there are people out there you can trust, okay? It just, as we get older, we're not out, partying and hanging out with our friends or having as many things going on. As we get older, we, get in relationships or we have children or whatever. But this particular energy could have purposely wanted you to seclude yourself So they started making up all these lies about you, so then you would not have anybody. So you would be secluded from family or whatever. And so you could be reflecting and soul searching on this situation. Whew. They could have even tried to bring you legal matters. You could be in this queen bee, king bee energy here, in your boss mode, right? And yeah, something could have happened here. Now, either they did these things behind the scenes, trying to cause you legal matters. This is the thing, is there's always a reason behind it. And I'll be honest with you, if somebody is, I keep saying, I'll be honest with you, somebody could say that all the time. But anyway, if this isn't about them bringing you legal matters, you could be the one needing to get some type of proof, get some support. Perhaps you would need to go to an attorney, or an attorney might even suggest that you get some type of an evaluation, so that way you're able to document these things as far as them happening, and that there's nothing wrong with you per se, right? You shouldn't have to do that, but it's always good if you really know that feel that you're in the right. Then I'm also getting, you could have asked this person, when you saw these things transpiring, you could have said, hey, like, I want to fix this relationship with you. How about we go get counseling? They could have actually, like, poo-pooed the idea, been like, I don't need that, or I'm not going to do that, or I don't have time for that. That just shows how much someone cares about the relationship, right? And again, you guys, I'm not trying to upset you in any way, okay? But I just want it to be clear what I'm talking about here. Clarified foresight. We have rejected and romance in reverse. This could be because you rejected a partner, that they started saying these things. Now, let's say your family is involved in something like this, acting strange. This partner could have done this. Now, the other thing is with this romance in reverse, rejected, this may not be a romantic partner, but it's someone here that you rejected. This could be, again, a family member, a boss, a work friend, you name it, you guys. But I don't think it's romance. I think this means it's family. That's my personal opinion. Because you rejected this person, they did this. You could have called them out on something, like I said, and asked them to go get counseling or get help, and you would even be there to support them. And they could have done all this because they were embarrassed. Now, a lot of times people that have covert narcissistic personality disorders, they only care about what people see on the outside. They can be completely effed up on the inside, but as long as they look good on the outside, as long as like everything looks perfect, their yard looks perfect, the paint job on the house looks perfect, they could be the type that wants to, like, won't unload groceries in the driveway. They have to be pulled into the garage because they don't want the neighbors to see how many groceries they purchased, when in fact, get over yourself. No one gives a shit how many groceries or what groceries that you have. Seriously. So this could be the kind of situation you're dealing with. Ooh, police station. So what these people should be worried about is not the fact that everything looks perfect on the outside, because they could seriously have major issues that are more important, like what the police think. Yes, someone's running from the police. Now, either this is a situation where somebody did this to you, like a family member. They could have like contacted the police on you, and then somehow, I don't know, you got investigated or something, and you could have been, okay, so let me give you an example. This isn't going to be your exact situation, but let me just give it an example. Before I moved to Texas a few years ago, I lived in an apartment, and I came home after being watched while I was driving around, and people were following me. They were watching me in the parking lot and in the store and everything else. And I was like, okay, I'm taking note of this. I don't know if I've told you guys this story before, but then I came home, y'all. All my locks were removed off my doors. Now, not the locks itself, but the security plate that the lock goes into was gone. Everything off all my doors. My porch door, my front door, and the door that goes into my garage. All of them, the locks were missing. I was like, this is so weird. And I called a particular family member or a couple of family members and told them exactly what happened, and I showed them the pictures. And it's still noted in my records from that place, right? And my family members were like, well, you're okay, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, then I would just not worry about it. Come again? Not worry about it? What kind of flipping advice is that to give your child? Guess that gives away who it was. And so I was just like, okay, I guess I'm on my own here. What is really going on? And so I ended up moving to Texas, 3 states away, okay? And there's so much more to the story, you guys. But this could be a situation that just doesn't feel right to you, okay? There could be a situation where, and when I say police and running, these people could have tried to get you investigated. Now, it doesn't have to be your family per se, but it could be somebody you dated. It could be anyone who felt slighted by you, okay? And they could have reported you to the police, and you could have actually got investigated. And like me, came home, and like there was some sort of break-in, or there was something, because this is the thing, is you can't take locks off someone's door if you haven't got inside, right? So this in turn made me pack my car up at night, have a friend come help me, and I literally left under the cover of night with my dog, my pillow, some blankets, and a few necessary clothes, okay? So this could be a situation that has transpired at some point, or these people could have wanted you to have to leave so it looked like you were running or you were avoiding something, when all you were doing was protecting yourself. Oh my God, you guys. Family. Your family could be involved in this, and they could be in denial that they ever did this. You could be searching for answers still to this day about something that transpired, like I just explained to you. And this is family that's obstructing your peace, your happiness, your ability to just love. And the very people who have been saying, well, I just hope that you can get some help and find help because it sounds like you're so traumatized. And they were the ones behind it. That's absolutely disgusting. So these people could be contradicting themselves. This family, they could be dismissing you and in denial that they had anything to do with it. Yeah, they are denying having anything to do with this backstabbing, this deception. Y'all, if you've gone through this, I am so incredibly sorry. Seriously. But I just want you guys to know, take it from somebody who's been through something like this. We have bad credit debt. Somebody could have purposely, unemployed. Somebody could have tried to cause you to lose your job as well. So this is looking more and more like these people created these legal matters for you. And there's got to be a reason, right? People don't do this for no reasons, right? So there could be a reason. And what do I say in almost all my readings is the cause or the underlying root issue of this type of situation? Always money. So the reason this could be happening now, perhaps, is because they're wanting to hinder you getting some type of money that's yours. They could be trying to cock block a life insurance policy or whatever. But collective, your spiritual gifts, sorry, it's really bright. Your spiritual gifts have protected you. You could have received a download from your ancestors, And they literally lit a fire under your butt and said, it's time, you've got to get up out of here. And you could have listened. You could have not known. Like when I came to Texas, I had never even been here, you guys. Never in my entire life. Not only did I not ever think that I would come to Texas, but I literally went on a map and was like, oh, okay, here, here, here. And I looked at a place in Texas and I was like, okay, I'm going there. I'm driving there. Never been there. Don't know what to expect. Don't know what the people are like. Don't know what is going on. I got online and got a place, like an apartment. And I just got in the car and I drove here. And now I absolutely love it here. And it was almost like a blessing in disguise that I'm here now. Now, Texas has really, really strict laws and they don't play around. So if somebody does anything while I'm here, they're going to be met with major legal issues with a state that doesn't play. Okay? So anyway, we have trap. This family could have been trying to trap you. They could have tried to, this was a major deception. They could have tried to trap you, get you to lose your job. Let's find out what exactly they were trying to do. They could have been trying to trap you with the law somehow. Whatever they've done, it's really, this is really gross. Now, this is the other thing is, you may actually, look, you may actually know, like these people could be accusing you of something, but you could actually know that these people aren't so perfect, right? You may know that they've broke the law. Now be very careful and not say anything to people if you know they've broke the law and they're over here calling the police on you. Again, what did I say in the beginning? It's like, isn't this the pot calling the kettle black, right? So you could, if you guys haven't heard that saying, it is a saying that it's basically like insinuating that everything this person's doing is a projection of their own fears or whatever, right? So you may actually know things about whoever has done this to you, and you might be actually like saying like the audacity that somebody has to accuse me of doing something, and I know that they've committed crimes. I know where they've committed the crimes, what they've done, how long they've done it for, whatever, right? So, but don't say that to them, because then essentially it could be looked at as being blackmail. So just be very mindful. And if this were my situation, I would completely, I've been through this, you guys. I've completely walked away. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know why I keep saying that. Okay, let me tell you. One of the people here that I separated from and blocked, essentially, they came back around and acted like they cared, and they used an excuse. And the excuse wasn't like, oh, I miss you or anything. It was to tell me about a sick family member. I don't even know if I believe that the family member is sick, but they use that as an excuse to get in to my good graces again. And then when I felt comfortable opening up and sharing with them, they literally went and like I shared something about a situation with them, and they wrote me in an email and said, well, I think that the person you confided in me about, I think that they need to know, because it sounds like you're accusing them of crimes. And I think that they should know if you're essentially accusing them of crimes. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you could be like, this person is so effed up in the head. Like, you could have felt like this person should have some loyalty to you. Again, this could be a parent, somebody you've been close to, somebody that at one point you thought you could trust. And if you could be looking at the situation now and being like, if I can't trust this person now, have I ever been able to trust them? Like in my situation, I had to move out of the house at 16 because I couldn't put myself through this type of thing anymore. So that could be a situation where you could be looking back at the past and these patterns and be like, this is starting to actually be a pattern. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, yeah, bumping heads. Y'all, this reading is, wow. Okay, so this person could have tried to trap you and backstab you because you were bumping heads with them. And then they decided, well, I'll just lie on them to get them out of the picture so then I can, I don't know, take some money or an inheritance or property or whatever. Now, if you guys think that you're dealing with something like that where somebody's hiding family money, an inheritance, a bank account, somebody's passed, and like all this, like you weren't allowed to be there because they didn't want you to go to the reading of a will or something like that, you could know that somebody has done this on purpose, right? And so if that's the case and you guys think that there's information out there that would be important for you to have or that you need, if this is your situation or something like it, I'm not saying this exact situation is going to be what I explained to you, but if you've got a situation where you doubt someone's being honest with you when it comes to family money, you might need to reach out to a probate attorney so that way you can look into certain things, right? Whether there's trusts or family property or whatever, because people don't do this kind of thing for no reason. I promise you that. Like, if there was nothing for them to gain, they wouldn't be all up in your business. If someone's under pressure, they could have done something because time's running out, or time could be running out for a situation that I just explained. If there's something to do with that, but I'm also getting this particular person may have, they could have done something illegal and time's running out for them and they know it. And they may have contacted you recently because they want to know what you know. This is a huge manipulation and it's very covert and it's scary because, like I was just sharing with you guys, in my situation, I trusted this person. I trusted their words. I trusted the fact that they were a family member and I should be able to tell them things without them running and telling somebody. And if they would go and run and tell the person that I said a couple of minor things about, if they're going to go run and do that, what else would they do? Would they actually run to the police and tell the police something? Would they actually turn you into the police to get you out of the picture? It's kind of feeling like it. You could be a divine feminine. I'm not going to even say this is them, because this person who's done this is truly not divine. You could be like looking at this person like they're demonic. So yeah, and so you could be this divine feminine that's in a lot of pain, feeling really guarded. You could be really apprehensive about your relationship with this particular person. You could be putting up a wall. This could be causing you a lot of anxiety. Can I get one more, please? Yeah, either you are putting up a wall and saying like, I'm busy, or this person is. This person could be saying like, they could be saying, well, I'm really busy. I can't address the situation, but it's because time's running out with something. They're not busy. They could be busy trying to keep themselves out of jail. Wow. This could be someone in a Jezebel energy. I'm also picking up like Black Widow energy as well. This Jezebel, look at this, you guys. So you could be this divine feminine, okay? And this Jezebel is the one that's saying they're fake busy. They're anxious. They could be saying goodbye because they don't want to say anything else to you because they know that you know something. So if they contacted you to find out something, you could have told them exactly what they wanted to know. They may have wanted to know what you know about a situation. I hope you guys are following what I'm saying, okay? Clarify only you, Holy Spirit. Can I get one more? Yeah. This person could be very stubborn and selfish. This person could be just focused on you. Let's say this is a family member, right? And you were left some type of inheritance. They might not be doing this to your younger brothers or sisters, but they're doing it to you because you're the first one in line for something. But they could be trying to manipulate something here. It could be because you know things, you have foresight. This could scare this person. Your foresight, your psychic abilities. This is why they're only focused on you and watching you. This person could be very stubborn. They could have even tried to manipulate like a love relationship out of pride and ego. Clarify only you. Bad news. Oh. They may be getting bad news. This is the thing, is it was inevitable. If they did something shady towards you, this was inevitable, and it was just a matter of time for this bad news to come into them, or for them to understand, like for you to figure it out. This could be like if this person wasn't in your energy for a while, it could be because they know you have spiritual gifts, literally the gift of foresight. So you could actually see or know exactly how the situation's going to end already. We have turning your back. Yeah, you could be like not even willing to want anything to do with these people after what's gone on. Because you're fed up. You may have written a lot of messages out to this person to respond to certain things and never sent them. Because once you wrote these things out, you realized that this was a losing, like you didn't want to be on the end of a losing battle. Because right now the ball could be in your court. This person is the one that's fighting here a losing battle. And you're fed up with this, so you turned your back on this particular person and their manipulation. They could have manipulated you, saying that how much they love you and care about you. But this was all because they wanted something to go their way. All right, let's change decks. Somebody could have messed with your relationship. What did I just say, y'all? That's crazy. Okay. Clarify blind. Sweetheart. Somebody's trying to keep you blind to the truth. You, a sweetheart. Masculine or feminine. Because you have self-love. You're a sweetheart. Somebody did this to you and it's just wrong. Someone could be born in 1962. Continue being your sweetheart self, okay? Ooh. So, like, you guys, they were trying to create a legal issue for a sweetheart. Can I get one more, please? Something could have happened in 2023, you guys. In June or August, or June through August, February 6th through 8th, karma. They could be getting karma from something they did in 2023 regarding actual money. You guys, wow. And there's justice coming in. With the 11, that's justice in tarot. So there's justice coming in here about this actual money in court that somebody tried to take from a sweetheart. This was reckless. This person could have been saying they were busy, but they were literally working on this side hustle of taking this actual money. Can I get one more, please, for blinds? They could have been wanting to keep you blind when it comes to something that happened in court with actual money. They didn't want you to know something here. They didn't want you to know they took you to court in 2023. This, read the card, y'all. I can't say this, but ABUSC. What they did was actual, it was against the law. Somebody could be born in 1954 or be 54 or 62. Someone could be born in November or on the 11th of the month. Clarify deja vu. Somebody could have said you got pregnant by some thug. We have nice guy. Somebody could be born July 1961. Doesn't have to be though, you guys. Ooh. This person could have been bringing you legal matters. They could have actually pretended like they were a nice person here, but they lied on some type of documentation, some sort of paperwork. They made a false statement in court about legal matters regarding you, a career-focused boss energy. They made these statements saying that you were a thug, that you got pregnant by some, or you got pregnant by some thug. Let me turn this down. This could have been a mature woman that did this. This mature woman could have even turned somebody against you. Somebody could be born June 1961 or 62. Somebody could be born October 1st. This person, this mature woman, has an entity attachment. Someone could be 49, or they were born in 1949. All right, let's get one more for, I was going to say foresight. We have divine feminine. So somebody could have been trying to get you, this divine feminine, to run. The police could have been involved in something here. They could have done an investigation in your house. This could be by your twin flame, you guys. Your twin flame could have been the one that lied to get you, this divine feminine, investigated. You could have like thought that this was the case. This could have started in like February 2020. This could have happened in like to somebody who was 40 or something at the time. Someone could be born February 20th. Can I get one more for foresight, please? One more for foresight. Relationship. So this was a twin flame relationship here. This could have been like your fallen twin because you rejected them. They turned you into the police for something. Someone could be born in April 2nd or 20th. Clarify denial, please. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Thoughts, distant future. Somebody could have thought up a way to try to trap you in the future. They could have even like worked with your family to backstab you. And now your family could be in denial of this. Your spiritual gifts could have told you something was going on when they were bumping heads with you for no reason. They could have been part of this trap. Someone could be 36 or born on the 16th of the month. Yeah, look at this, you guys. Thoughts, and then there's a heart. So if somebody was thinking about somebody that they loved and they wanted to do something in this future to trap them. They could have tried to get you fired. I know I've said some of this, but can I get one more for denial? Moving on. They could either be finally moving on, or you moved on from this person. You moved on from this trapped energy. Look, and I just want you guys to know, I am not in any way trying to create any fear, okay? If you're feeling fearful, take a deep breath and really use your discernment to decide whether or not this is actually for you or this is your situation, okay? So you could have moved on, or this person's finally moving on. This person you were bumping heads with. Yo. I don't say yo. Someone could say yo all the time. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so this person is refusing. Look at this card. Refusing to move on. This person could have been refusing to move on from this energy of trying to deceptively backstab you, get you fired. They could have been trying to ruin your future. They could have even tried to ruin relationships by manipulating somebody or people behind the scenes. Someone could be 48. They could have been trying to manipulate something here to cause you pain because you said goodbye. They have animosity. They're manipulating people around you, trying to get you fired, trying to get the police on you because they have animosity because you left them. What a sicko. I just don't understand why people can't just move on. Someone could be born in 1979. That's too many. I'm not taking those. Karma. So either this person was trying to bring you some type of karma, or they're getting karma now. They could be getting 10 years in jail. Can I get one more for pain, please? What else do we need to know? This person could be under pressure about getting some type of karma for what they did. We have rich girl. So you could have like the money to take someone to court now, and they could be worried about this. So like they could have done this to you when you didn't have a whole lot. All right. And so now you could be in a position where you have more. You could have abandoned this person, walked away, or they abandoned you. This could be family that abandoned you for manipulation, and now they're getting karma. Someone could be born in December 1982 or 79. We have divinity. Somebody could have wanted you to abandon your divinity. Somebody could have been trying to push you to like cause so somebody could have been like trying to get you fired so then you wouldn't have a job to like feed yourself. So then you would have to like abandon your divinity in order to like eat, right? Like you could have been, they wanted you in a situation where they wanted you to have to like do something illegal. You could have never abandoned your divinity through this entire thing. If anything, it brought you closer to God, to your ancestors, to your loved ones that have been passed over, to your spirit guides, angels. So exactly what happened is exactly perhaps the opposite of what they wanted. Also, they could have had a divine person abandon you here. Or testify that you were a Jezebel or something. Someone could be born in 82 or 1992. Clarify only you, please. Wow, this reading's interesting. Faith, yep. You became even closer, having even more faith, believing in yourself, loving yourself, knowing that what these people are doing is abusive. Someone could be 46. Jezebel, again. Wow, yeah. They could have wanted you to like turn into a Jezebel, or like they wanted you bound to something here. They could have lied and said you did something you didn't do when it came to reckless love. Let's put it that way. They wanted you to be bound to something here. This person wanted things their way, and their way or the highway. Now this person could be getting bad news. Someone could be born in 86 or 97. They could have bound themselves here to something. Someone could have blue eyes or brown eyes. Clarify only you, please. Hold on, let me just read this one more time. Focused on just you. Watching you. There's no one like you. So I'm picking up 2 song references here, you guys. And if you guys are younger, you're not going to know these songs most likely. But I'm picking up 2 songs from like the 80s or the 90s. So one is by Limp Bizkit and it's called My Way. So it's like My Way or the Highway is basically this, like the song lyrics. And then this other one, it says There's No One Like You. There's another song that's like from the 80s that's by, is it Scorpions? I think is who it is. And the song's called No One Like You. So that could be a reference here. There's no one like you, so this person was wanting things their way or the highway. This person could actually be like someone that grew up, like was a teenager in the 80s or 90s. Clarify only you. Transition. RIP. This is over and done with here. You could be transitioning away from this. Somebody could be like, I don't really like to use this as like someone's actually passing away, but this particular energy could be sick and like slowly passing or something. Like they're so close to the grave that they could have already got their like tombstone or something. Or not even like, if that's not the situation, somebody could be claiming to love you the entire time they were doing these things to you. See the roses on top of the grave? Someone could be born on the 19th. You could be born on the 19th of the month. Somebody could have wanted you to like transition. They could be getting bad news because you're not. They could realize that it's bad news for them that you've turned your back on a situation. This situation where they wanted to take you out. Ooh, they're having an awakening. What did I just say? They're having an awakening that you've transitioned away from this energy. And this is bad news for them. There's also something about money here. So you could be in a position where you're able to do an investigation. And you guys, investigations are so expensive. Trust me, I've looked into them before. Just one day of a private investigator, just 1 8-hour day of a private investigator looking into things. How much do you think it is? Starts at $7,000 for an 8-hour period. Now we have commitment. So you could be going through somebody could be awakening because you don't want anything to do with this person. You could even be getting married or in a new relationship. Someone could be born March 19th. If you are, happy birthday to you. That's my birthday too. Okay, so y'all, let's, yeah, this person could be awakening that this love spell did not work on all your commitments. Because you knew what was going on, so you could stay one step ahead of them. You could be in this high priestess energy, this high priestess boss energy. You knew this conflict was happening. Or this was some type of boss energy that was trying to manipulate your life with voodoo. Where are we at on time? Okay. Let's get some signs and then I'm going to close this reading out. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, let's get some signs, you guys. This could be your sign, their sign, anyone involved sign. This could also be the season of which something transpired, okay? There could be a Taurus involved, a Libra involved, Pisces, ooh, double Pisces. Some could be Pisces zodiac, Pisces rising. Or something happened in Pisces season. Can I get a couple more, please? Capricorn. Cancer. Let's get one more. I don't know why, but I'm picking up like Aries and Leo. Maybe because this boss energy. Maybe because somebody is very arrogant. They have like the arrogance of a, and this is no offense if you're a Leo, okay? But they could have the arrogance of a lion. Like think that this is their world, you're just living in it. We have Pisces out here now 3 times, you guys. Something for sure could have happened in Pisces season, perhaps to a Pisces. And not only that, but with these triple Pisces here, Pisces is the most psychic sign in the zodiac, okay? So with all 3, there's only 4 cards in this whole deck that have Pisces. There's equal opportunity for all these cards, okay? There's 4 of each sign. That being said, the reason, like somebody could have done something here, and because you have like, because you're Pisces zodiac, you could be Pisces rising even, and if something happened in Pisces season, you could be also like this spiritually gifted psychic individual, right? That's a Pisces that has foresight. And so you were able to see all these things in order to stay 10 steps ahead of someone. Can I just get one more, please? Taurus again. Aries on the bottom of the deck. Sagittarius. All right. Let's get a positive message and then we will close out. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get one card for the collective to close out? Connection. My battery's about to die, you guys, so I gotta kind of make this quick. Let me read this. Connection. Somebody could be looking at you weird. Okay, so why I say that is because I was in the grocery store today. I went to a grocery store I don't normally go to, and in here in Texas, there's a grocery store chain that is extremely busy, right? And I felt like every single guy was looking at me. Like I felt like they were walking up the aisle specifically to look at me. And I was just kind of like, one guy walked by and he like, you know, a couple people, this is how you can tell if someone's looking at you. I was wearing sunglasses in the grocery store that were just like gold color because I didn't feel like making eye contact with anybody or anyone seeing my face. That could be why, but it's really easy to catch people looking at you when you have like glasses on and they can't see your eyes. So I kept noticing people looking at me, and one guy walked by me on purpose, and then he went like this, like looked me up and down, all the way down my legs to my feet. I was just like, whoa, talk about forward. Like, this is, I didn't like it. Okay, that was just one, and there was like 6. It was crazy. I felt like people were kind of not following me, because I don't want it to sound like that, but like, I don't know, maybe it was just the time I went, because I went like when the after work crowd would be there. So there was a lot of people at the store. I should have gone at a different time. But anyway, connection. Connection is one of the most beautiful gifts that we receive in this life, though it can be scary sometimes if we are unsure of how another may feel. Do not worry. We are a little unsure in this life when it comes to connection. You are a stunning soul, and there are those who love you dearly. You just might have not met them yet. If you have pulled this card, now is the time to seek out spaces of light and love to share with others. Sign up for a class in breathwork, art, cooking, dance, or yoga. Attend a sound bath or drumming circle. Get involved in spiritual services, a meetup, or anything that feels aligned with you. It is time to put yourself out there and meet with a new community. If you feel uncertain about making connections, try the following ritual. Now, I'm not going to read this just because, yeah, if you guys are interested, you can look up online. But I will tell you, there is a suggestion to listen to music frequency at 432 hertz. So you can find that on YouTube. There are a lot of channels that have 432 hertz music, okay? So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. You guys, my battery's on like 4%. I don't want the reading to cut off. So let me know in the comments, you guys, if this is something that you've gone through or you think you may be going through. Remember, if you have any questions or feel like you're going through a certain situation and you want to get more information on MPD, Dr. Ramani, she's out there. She's on YouTube. I hope it's okay that I'm dropping her name, but I'm assuming because she has a platform, it's okay, right? So yes, you might want to consider doing something on the 10th of the month. Like if you have an opportunity to hang out with someone new, the 10th of the month might be a good time for this connection. So yeah. All right, you guys, let me know in the comments if you feel like sharing. If you've gone through this, I'm really, really sorry. But it's better to, you know, be able to have this information and be empowered by the situation. Or not, it's the situation, but empowered by the information that's coming out. You guys have to forgive me. It's late. I've been up and doing stuff since like, I don't know, early. And I almost didn't even get a chance to do this reading because it's late now. It's like 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and get this reading out to you guys right now. And just know you guys are so loved. If you guys like the way I read, please do like the reading and then subscribe if you would like. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.